I just went through a rigged trial in New York with a highly conflicted, and I mean highly conflicted, judge, where there was no crime. It was made up, fabricated stuff.
That was Donald Trump talking about his sham trial. Since then, Republicans have been calling for a mistrial in the same case, the business falsification case, after the judge overseeing the case reported a since-deleted Facebook post by someone claiming to be a cousin of a juror that seemed to predict Trump's guilty verdict. We don't know what's true or not. It seems like it should be pretty quick and easy to find out. But where I'm going to take this is, we keep going down this rabbit hole of, oh, they raided Mar-a-Lago. Oh, what can we do? Oh, he's arraigned. He never was arrested. He was arraigned. Oh, what can we do? Now he's in the sentencing stage. July 11th, he would be sentenced, depending on, we'll see what happens here. And everyone's still like, oh, what can we do? The real problem is he should have never been on trial. He should have never been charged. Donald Trump and all former presidents should be immune from any and all charges. I want that to sink in. I want you to let that sink into your head, because I think the public is, that doesn't make sense. Shut the F up and calm down and listen. Let me explain why. Donald Trump and all former presidents should be immune from any and all charges, including charges from before, anything they did before, any crime, any and all crime they did before they were president, unless there's only one way you can go down the judicial route. So there is a qualification. They're not blanketly immune unless the House of Representatives impeaches them and the Senate removes them from office. This immunity should extend after they leave office. The cognitive dissonance sets in really hard, so I want to go really slowly. They should be immune from anything, any judicial charges, anything in the judicial. You can't do anything in the judicial system with them, unless, if you have a problem with this, take it up with the Founding Fathers, which they were actually based on with this, and take it up with Congress now. That's the problem, Congress. If you want to go after Trump for business falsification records, you have to impeach him first. If they were to be removed from office, whatever the hell you call that when they're already gone from office, then anything's fair game. There is a serious problem in this country. It is the failure of the House of Representatives to uphold their constitutional duties. As the first voice of the people, the House of Representatives is the starting point in the impeachment process. Without the House initiating the impeachment process, the Senate can't remove. This makes the House crucial in maintaining the separation between the legal system and politics. Impeachment and removal by the House and Senate end a president's political immunity, allowing them to face any charges for actions taken before, during, or after their presidency. After they're impeached, they're immune from nothing. Any decisions as commander-in-chief, nothing. After they're impeached, anything is fair game. Without this process, any district attorney in any county could charge the president with whatever they wanted, undermining the separation between the legal system and politics. The House and Senate are the voice of the people in D.C., especially the House, which answers to every district. If the districts want to impeach, then that's what should happen. And maybe the country shouldn't remain united if it lacks a shared moral foundation to avoid politically motivated impeachments. The House of Representatives must do whatever is in their power to address this issue. We don't have any argument that an active president can't be charged by a local fat, pudgy DA wearing sneakers and a dress, and a tight dress, the dress that's 3 sizes too tight. We don't have any argument about that. it would be chaos. We couldn't live if an active president could be charged. So your take is, for people who disagree, that the day after they're done with their presidency, they can be charged? So their whole presidency, they'd be worried about the day after their presidency that they would be charged with a crime. Instead of continuing to vote on bills that fund wars in other countries, some of them that I, for whatever reason, call funny countries, they should focus on preventing any legal actions against a former president while a state government is pursuing charges. So the state government, New York, is going after Trump. The House should be using everything in their power to say, you don't get to do that. We have not spoken on him. If we don't take him up for a vote for impeachment, you can't do anything. If we vote and it fails, you can't, whatever it is, you can't do anything until we have acted first. They have the power to take significant actions and should use it to uphold constitutional principles. This includes passing legislation to limit the powers of local prosecutors. These are the political weapons they should be using to make sure that a state doesn't get out of line if we're going to be in this union. Restricting funding for law enforcement programs that support these prosecutions, conducting oversight hearings, which is something, I guess, to investigate the actions of the district attorney, and using the Holman Rule to amend appropriations bills, this is money, to reduce the salaries or eliminate, they've done some of that stuff, not where they need to do it, or eliminate the positions of specific federal employees involved with these investigations. There is no constitutional restriction against impeaching a president after they've left office. There is nothing in the Constitution that says you can't impeach a president after they leave office. There's even a little bit of historical precedent, such as the impeachment of former Secretary of War William Belknap in 1876, who was impeached after resigning, that supports this argument. And the Secretary of War was kind of like Secretary of Defense is now. Congress can and should use this to hold former officials accountable regardless of their current status. When we vote and choose a president, everything that person has ever done and will do in the future becomes automatically political. Everything. There is no separation from that. They were elected by a political process. So anything Donald Trump did in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, currently, while he was president, is all political. You can't separate it out. It's all stirred up and mixed up in the same pot. The will of the people expressed through a political process cannot be undone without another political process. We voted for the president, whether it's Biden or Trump. We voted for him, put him in office with Biden, allegedly, voted and put into office. You cannot charge them with anything at any time in their life going forward unless you undo that vote from the people. Another way is have another direct vote from the people to impeach. That's convoluted. That's messy. That's why we have a House of Representatives. You're supposed to represent us. The system is a representative republic, so it is appropriate for the House of Representatives to handle this, to vote, and then the Senate. The judicial system must operate within the proper time frame. Some people say, well, what if a president unlived somebody today? It would take a long time to impeach. So what? That's the judicial process. We don't skip the process. This is the due process of the president. And really, it's not even about the president. It's about the people. If for whatever reason, Congress doesn't want to impeach a president that allegedly unlived somebody in a bad manner, that's what we got. That's the system we got. You can hold the people responsible in your district who didn't vote for it. It makes no sense to argue that justice should move faster than the established procedures before we violate the separation of powers. The ability of the judicial system to address serious criminal activities swiftly must respect the constitutional process. Justice cannot move faster than these processes allow. The justice system attacking Donald Trump as a partisan weapon underscores the need for an extra shield, reinforcing the position that such attacks are problematic. Ultimately, the power to impeach is not the issue. The cultural decay is. If citizens cannot agree on the immutable principles guiding political actions, then the resulting chaos that we are living in today is deserved. The House of Representatives must step up and fulfill their responsibilities, ensuring that no legal actions are taken against the president without adhering to the proper constitutional process of impeachment and removal.
Middle MAGA.